And then there was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Yung Dolemite, of the Too Much Game podcast. Sitting here with the super producer, Ben Ready.
Yes, sir.
How your week been, Ben Ready?
It's been trash, interesting. I mean, it's been, I guess I'd say stressful. I'll say stressful on the strength of how my job been handling this fucking this fucking coronavirus shit.
I feel it. But so basically, you replacing the second E with an A.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah. How about yourself?
My week has been interesting, but not any more interesting than everybody else's week. Like, everybody's week has been tumultuous. Everybody's week has been stressful. Everybody's had something to worry about this week. So my week is no different. You know, it's been a lot of uncertainty, a lot of shit that I'm not sure how it's gonna play out, and that's, you know, it's pretty much normal. It's normality in chaos, if I could sum it up in something short. Like, you know, it's some weird shit, but everybody shit weird. So I've been having a regular week. But you know, the top of what's on everybody's fucking minds and the timeline and things of that nature, the fucking coronavirus. This is gonna be my second episode tied into that in a row. As much as I'd rather not talk about this shit, it's what's on, it's what everybody has going on right now. Like, you can't not be talking about it in some form or fashion. Like, you can't escape this shit. As much as a motherfucker want to talk about fucking, you know, daffodils, unicorns, and sneakers and shit, nigga, coronavirus is at the top of the fucking ticker, nigga. Like, you literally can't even watch sports. You go to fucking ESPN, athletes got the shit. You go to BET, a motherfucking rapper got the shit, nigga. You go on the cooking channel, it's in all the zucchinis and shit. Like, it's just there, my nigga. You can't fucking escape it. You know, so pretty much, this episode is entitled The Rony Reset. You know, like a lot of us might possibly be in a situation where we're going to be quarantined. We're going to be isolated. We're going to be pretty much stuck in the crib, nigga. We're going to be prisoners in our own home, if you want to look at it in that sense. Because, you know, a lot of people, the conspiracy dudes, the Alex Jones crowd and the Hotep niggas with the martial law and these motherfuckers, it's tanks and all of this shit. And, nigga, I'm not even finna entertain the idea of all that shit. You know, I'm just looking at the reality of what life is gonna be for the next couple of weeks, which is the possibility of a quarantine where niggas is gonna be on lockdown. You're not gonna be able to roam around like you want to. It's gonna be a form of fucking house arrest, nigga. Your neighborhood is gonna become your prison for a while. But, you know, just like all of us in the black community, in the low income community, we all got friends, family members, and loved ones who have been in prison, you know, and you can do one or two things when you in a situation where you in prison. You know, you could program or you can build. It's called a correctional facility for a reason. Like, you know, I'm using my time. If I'm gonna be somewhere quarantined, like just like how the niggas who go to prison and they do all the reading and they convert to a religion and they find themselves and they come out better, that's what I'm going to use this time for. I'm not finna use this time to catch up on TV shows and do all the goofy shit. Like, nah, nigga, I'm using this time to better myself. And that's the advice that I'm basically giving people. Like, you know, you should be trying to use this time to pick up a skill, self-reflect, get in touch with family members. You know, a lot of y'all not going to be in the crib by yourself. You gonna be in the crib with your girl. On the Cat vs. Dog podcast an hour ago, me and CJ talked about celibacy in a relationship. I am strongly against that shit. Hard pass, hard no, hell no. You and your girl, y'all need to be fucking all throughout this shit. You need to be beating that pussy up. But at the same time, while y'all got all this time that y'all gonna be locked in together, you know, you need to really communicate with your woman. Like, y'all need to come up with a fucking business plan. Y'all need to come up with a plan to improve y'all's fucking relationship. If y'all gonna be literally locked in together, where y'all gotta be smelling each other breath all motherfucking day, like, y'all really need to figure out something that's gonna make y'all relationship grow for the time being and for the time coming. Like, you shouldn't just be sitting in the motherfucking house catching up on TV shows. Like, y'all should really communicate. Like, is there something that I'm doing that you don't like? You know, there's something that you doing that I don't like. Like, you know, you got plenty of time to really sit and fuck with this person. Like, y'all really should be trying to grow with each other. A lot of us is going to be in the crib. We got kids and shit. You know, talk to your kids. You know, how's school going? Do you really enjoy school? Do you like your teacher? You know, what type of relationship do you have with your teacher? Is your teacher building you up or knocking you down? You know, are your friends building you up or knocking you down? You know, like me, a lesson that I teach my kids a lot. Just because these motherfuckers is in your class and they in your face all day, they not your fucking friends. You know, you need to know who your friends actually are. You need to know how to identify what a friend is. You know, a lot of people, they base friendship on proximity and tenure. Like, oh, I known this nigga forever. We was raised on the same block. This my homeboy. Man, you know how many motherfuckers got that same criteria on the nigga that snitched on you and put you in prison for 50 fucking years? You know how many niggas was raised in the sandbox with a nigga who fucked their wife? How many niggas was in the sandbox with a nigga who would eventually end up killing them? Like, nigga, that ain't got shit to do with friendship. Like, friendship is something that has to be cultivated. Friendship is something that has to be proven, nigga. Friendship is some shit that comes through experiences, not just through the nigga living next to you or the nigga riding bikes with you all motherfucking day. Like, that shit ain't shit. You know, like, you gotta do a lot of self-reflection in this time. Like, you know, when you sitting in prison, you know, and me, I was raised by a nigga who was in and out of prison. Like, my stepdad, 90% of me knowing him was in and out of prison. So a lot of my experiences, a lot of what I know is based on shit that I was taught by a nigga who was in and out of prison. You know, so like I'm like built for this shit. Like, I've been ready for this fucking quarantine my whole life. Like, nigga, I've been hearing stories of prison my whole fucking life. Like, something that I used to always say to niggas as far as like how I base my respect for a person. I don't respect nothing you can't take into a jail cell. Like, you can't take money into a jail cell. You can't take a job into a jail cell. You can't take friendships into a jail cell. When you go into a jail cell, nigga, all you have is your integrity. All you have is the man that you are. All you have is your principles, your intelligence. You know, like, that's the shit that I respect about a person. I respect what you can take into a jail cell, because everything outside of that is superficial. You know, so when you sitting in this time of isolation, you know, it's almost like being in a hole. Like, just take this time to think about improving yourself. Like, meditate. You know, my number one tip, just if I had to give y'all one tip during this whole quarantine, binge listen to every single episode of the Too Much Game podcast. Listen to them motherfuckers running back and forth. Watch it on the YouTube page. Go to YouTube. Watch this motherfucker over and over again, nigga. Get every piece of game I'm giving you. Because, nigga, every piece of game that I got, I'm giving on this motherfucking show. You know, but, like, on some real shit, like, take time to meditate. Just clear your mind out and just, you know, talk to yourself. Ask yourself the important questions. I talked about this in the episode 2020 Vision, where you just got to do a self-check. Like, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What can I improve on? You know, what am I falling off on? Is there something that I could be doing more of? Is there something that I should be doing less of? You know, who are my friends? You know, who are my enemies? Is there a motherfucker who been around me that's a fucking hater? Because when you got time where you don't really have to be in a motherfucker's face, you really get to evaluate your relationships with people. Like, you know what, this nigga's kind of a hater. You know, every time I get this nigga some good news, he got a fucked up look on his face. Every time I tell this nigga some bullshit, he got a little smirk on his face. You know, and a lot of times these are your friends. These are the people that you talk to often. You talking to a motherfucker that's a whole hater, and you ain't even realizing it because y'all bowl or y'all fucking go play basketball or y'all play video games and shit. But this nigga's a fucking hater. You know, women as well. You got friends that you and your man, oh yeah, girl, we just went on vacation. We just did this. And she like, that's what y'all did. You went to Mexico. Why he didn't take you to Jamaica? He took you to Jamaica. Why y'all didn't go to Aruba? Like, damn, bitch, you hating like a motherfucker. But, you know, a lot of times, a lot of hate is said in jest. You know, a lot of motherfuckers, they got hating ass jokes. So they keep it lighthearted, but they hating like a motherfucker. You know, and this is the type of shit that you need to be evaluating in times like this. Like my stepdad used to tell me, when he'd be in prison, he'd just be sitting in the cell reflecting. You know, a lot of times when you in prison, a lot of your self-reflection on how did I get here? What the fuck put me here? What the fuck did I do wrong that got me in motherfucking prison? You know, and me, just the way I'm looking at shit, I'm looking at the cell that I'm put in. Like me, I'm going to be quarantined in my house that I own, my house that I bought. So my self-reflection on what put me there is going to be mostly positive, because instead of me being quarantined in a low budget apartment or in a project building or a fucking tent because I'm homeless, I'm in a fucking home that I bought with my wife. So, you know, I'm meditating on positivity. Like I'm grateful that if I'm going to be quarantined, I'm quarantined in my 5-bedroom house in a suburban neighborhood. Like, that's cool. But if you somewhere that you feel like you could be doing better, your meditation might sound a lot different. Like me, nigga, I'm happier where I'm at, but on some real shit, nigga, I'd much rather be in a mansion. I'd much rather be somewhere better because, you know, like I would always say, nigga, as good as you doing, you can do better. And as bad as you doing, you can do worse. So just always remember, nigga, no matter where I'm at, I could always go up from here. But I should be grateful because I could also be down from here. You know, a lot of times, nigga, no matter how much you work, no matter how hard you go, the universe gonna do what the universe gonna do. So sometimes it ain't about you, it's about the universe, as y'all said on fucking seriously, not another podcast. Like, you could be going hella hard, and then coronavirus throw a wrench in your whole shit. Like, it is what it is, nigga. Like, you might have had hella plans, nigga. Like, I'm gonna do this day, I'm gonna do this. Coronavirus cameras, said you ain't doing none of that shit.
Cameras and all kind of shit. Niggas like, nah, because you have to, you got to be careful how you spending your money.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We might have to go to the bank and snatch all our shit out. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
Yeah.
What we going to need. So, you know, and I'm mad that I did it again. I brought some kicks before this shit happened. I'm like, God damn, I could have kept that $1.70.
I got a pair of Vapor Maxes, nigga, 2 pair of New Balances, nigga, and I'm just looking at them like,
son of a bitch.
Man, nigga. Yeah. Smooth like $400,
That's
nigga.
What I'm saying. So that shit could have been saved for something else. So now it's like, I feel like if we're just doing a full quarantine of staying in the crib, and this is really what it is, they want people to stay home and get rid of it for the 2 weeks, cool. That means we can come out of this with a different mind state. Like,
yeah.
Me buying that shit before it happened, like, nigga, I didn't even need them. I didn't have to get them. Like, buying shit that you don't need or giving you a different a mind state.
Exactly.
A reset. This is the
Rony reset, nigga.
Forced reset of what you have to do for your next step.
That's the Rony reset, nigga.
Because I'm pretty sure, none of us are where we could be. You know what I'm saying? None of us where we want to be. But like you said, we sit down and we get a straight politic with people you building with, and you're gonna come out on top if that's what it is.
Yeah.
If it's not no hidden agenda where they trying to fuck people over, we will come out good. And you have to surround yourself with those people.
Yeah.
Keep in contact on the phone and FaceTime.
Yeah, and see, that's the reason that I'm saying to meditate first. Because, you know, this is the time to figure out who that team is. Like, you know, so far I've been pretty good at being like, okay, these are the people in my life who bring me value. These are the people in my life who bring me chaos. You know, you got people in your life who, you know, like, you know, me and this dude, every time we come together, we build something. And then you got niggas that every time you come around, y'all tearing some shit up.
Right.
And it's like you got to evaluate whether or not you want to be around the tear up crew or the build up crew. Like, you know, like I've been telling a lot of motherfuckers this shit lately, nigga. Like I'm evaluating a lot of my relationships, nigga. A lot of people getting cut off, a lot of ties getting severed, a lot of ties getting tightened up. And, you know, this is just shit that I really sit down and meditate about. Like, that's the reason I got the Boom Boom Room. So I could really just sit, be by myself, and just think sometimes. Turn the TV off, turn the music off, and just sit there with my thoughts. You know, and a lot of motherfuckers gonna get a lot of that time. You know, 2 weeks should be enough. You know, a lot of motherfuckers go to jail for 2 weeks. The reason they put your ass in that cell is for you to sit there and think about the shit. Just like when you little, when your mom put you on punishment and tell you, sit your ass in that motherfucking corner and think about what you did. Nigga, we in the corner. We sitting in the motherfucking house, nigga. So you should be reflecting on, you know, who's for me, who's against me. Another big thing, like you mentioned with the shows, nigga, your fucking priorities. Mm-hmm. Like, what am I spending my money on?
Yep.
You know, what am I spending my time on? Am I watching too much fucking TV? Am I playing video games too much? Am I spending too much time?
Wasting too much energy?
Yeah, having bullshit conversations with niggas. Because like I tell niggas a lot, I don't answer my fucking phone. Especially when I know when I answer my phone, you're going to be talking some bullshit.
All right.
Nigga, I don't want to sit up here and joke with you niggas all fucking day. I don't want to sit up here and talk stupid shit with you niggas all day. I don't want to talk about 1999 with you niggas all day. Like, nigga, what the fuck is going on tomorrow, my nigga? Like, why we always talk about spending money? Why we never talking about making money?
All right.
Like, why we talking about bullshit, nigga? Why we not talking about building shit, nigga? We ain't mentioned stock, investments, support, none of that shit, nigga. I'm talking on the phone to your ass all day. You ain't heard not one episode of Too Much Game Podcast. Why the fuck am I talking to you? Nigga, I got niggas who literally asked me for some advice on some shit I did a whole show about. Like, nigga, you can literally run back a whole hour of me telling you what the fuck you could have did in this situation. But you calling my fucking phone. Get the fuck off my line. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you... What? Nigga, hell, nigga, you better go listen to the pod. Like, I literally tell niggas that shit now. Nigga, go back to episode 27, my nigga. Get off my phone.
That's the funny part. Like, I had a nigga hit me the other day, like, yo, share this on your story, or, you know, your story, or whatever the case. I'm like, nigga, why? Like, why would I do that? And you have yet to hear me any shows, any support of.
Yeah, you ain't never said good show.
Anything. We have what, 4 or 5 shows here?
Yeah.
And you haven't showed no type of support nowhere. No, don't hit me about anything.
Yeah, nigga, I love you, but fuck you. Like, nigga, you my nigga and shit, but kiss my motherfucking ass. Like,
good luck.
Yeah, nigga, no hard feelings and shit. You know, good luck with your project, nigga, but you ain't helped me with mine. Like, you know, and that's what I mean about evaluating your relationships, my nigga. Like, there's niggas who swear to God they support you, but ain't heard none of your shows. And the most fucked up thing about our shows in particular, it's free to listen to this shit. I'm not selling you a show. All I'm telling you to do is tune the fuck in, my nigga. Even if you just listen to the first fucking 2 minutes and say, man, that song you got playing in the beginning is dope. I turned it off right after the song. Right. Cool. At least it counts as a play, my nigga. Listen to it for a fucking minute and turn it off for all I give a fuck. But damn, nigga, at least tell me you heard the song. If you can't tell me motherfuckers and motherfuckettes, I know you don't listen to my shit. Like, nigga, and it is what it is. It ain't even no hard feelings. I'm just not gonna fuck with you. I'm not mad at you, but I just don't fuck with you. And it is what the fuck it is, my nigga. But this is the time, my nigga. If you gonna be quarantined, these is the conversations you gonna have to have with yourself. Like, is this nigga really supporting me? Even with your mate. Is this bitch really for me? Is this nigga really for me? This is gonna tell a lot. Like, y'all niggas, y'all gonna spend a lot of time together. If y'all just can't fucking get along, y'all only in the crib 2 weeks together. Y'all start arguing and shit. Bad sign. Like, nigga, and this is gonna be the time, you know.
Some motherfuckers quarantining with people they shouldn't be quarantining with.
Nigga. That's the thing, nigga. You gonna learn a lot about motherfuckers. You know, like I say, nigga, you always learn the most about people when they at the top and when they at the bottom. And this, for a lot of people, is the bottom. So you gonna find out who you really fucking with at this point. You know, friends, girlfriends, your job. Because that's another big thing, nigga. Look at how your job is treating you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Are they offering you hazard pay? Are they offering you to take off on a basis, you know, because I understand the PTO system and they don't want to have to pay a nigga that ain't working and all that good shit. But are they even offering you to go home and not get paid or accept unemployment or any of that type of shit? Are they treating you fucked up? Because a lot of niggas getting forced overtime.
Yeah.
Like, nigga.
Some people just ain't got a job. Like, it's just closed.
Yeah. You know, and this is the time to really reflect on that shit. Like, am I in the right industry? Like, should I keep doing this shit?
Right.
Like, have I been going too hard for this company? You know, a lot of motherfuckers is giving they blood, sweat, and tears to these companies. And these companies ain't showing you no love back. Sorry, dog, we ain't got shit for you. Fuck you. Like, nigga, you should be working on a fucking side hustle. And this is even if you love your job, even if you passionate about your job. Times like this should show you, my nigga, I need to have something to back this shit up. Even if it's some fucking, nigga, even if you make friendship bracelets, you need to be doing something on the side, my nigga. Like, you know, if you sitting in a situation like this is when you really should be reflecting on what you need to be doing in life, what your purpose in life is. Like me personally, luckily I have an essential job. So I'm going to be working throughout this fucking crisis. Even though, nigga, I'm risking catching the fucking Rony, my nigga. Like, I'm finna be out here in these streets, my nigga. I could catch the Rony. But, you know, I got to do this shit and I got to make this money. So I'm grateful for the ability to be able to do that, nigga. But at the same time, nigga, I might have to sit down for a minute if I catch that shit. And I'm going to be quarantined in the motherfucking boom boom room, coughing, sneezing, and watching documentaries and shit. You know, but again, nigga, my personal plan on if I get posted up and I got to really sit down and chill, nigga, I'm going to burn my Palo Santo, which I done told y'all on a couple different episodes, nigga, burn you some incense, you know, really reflect, nigga, you know, play some smooth music, nigga, calm your mind down. You know, because the number one thing, I did a whole episode last week, don't panic. You know, don't let this shit get you off your square. Like, it's gonna happen whether you panicked or not. So you better off being at peace mentally. You know, you should be very conscious of your personal mental well-being. You know, fear will fuck you up at a time like this. Panic will fuck you up. And the news is trying their hardest to scare the fuck out you. So even if you got to turn that shit off for a minute, turn that shit off, man. Decompress. Even if you got to put your phone down and get off social media for a minute, decompress. Because I got a bunch of people looking at social media, sending me videos and memes and fake articles and shit. Hey, man, you seen fakenews.com? They talk about they shooting people in the face with tanks in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, nigga, they finna do this and they finna do that. Like, dog, just relax. Like, you niggas is sharing all these videos of the bitch talking about, I got a cousin that work in the Pentagon, and my cousin was saying that they gonna shut everything down and they gonna lock you in your house and they gonna board your windows up. Man, quit sharing that bullshit. Like, nigga, if it's not a credible source, my nigga, leave that shit the fuck alone. Even if it is a quote-unquote credible source. A lot of these quote-unquote credible sources is sharing bullshit information. So, nigga, you just gotta avoid the fear at all fucking costs. Like, nigga, you know, you should only be trying to take in pertinent, valuable fucking information. All that fear-mongering bullshit, all these weird-ass blogs and these niggas that got 38,000 posts and 200 followers and shit, and y'all niggas is listening to these niggas' information. This nigga sitting in this motherfucking mama basement telling you some Pentagon information. You know, like, who the fuck is you listening to, my nigga? Like, why do you care what this nigga is talking about? Like, niggas is sharing shit from niggas like, nigga, why are you even following this nigga? This nigga name is, nigga, Hotep, Jesus, Satan, motherfucking Ali, Allah Bakbar. Like, nigga, who the fuck is this nigga? And you sending me this nigga video talking about the coronavirus gonna make your eyeballs pop out and your tongue fall out your ass and all this stupid ass shit. Like, don't be sharing that bullshit. Like, nigga, these niggas scared you into wanting to scare everybody else. Like, I've had niggas literally get mad at me because I told them I wasn't scared. Like, nigga, I'm not tripping. Like, oh, nigga, see, niggas don't take nothing serious. Niggas don't want to take shit serious until it hit your front doorstep. I'm like, nigga, do you have a gun in your house? Because if you don't got a gun in your house, you not taking this shit serious. Nigga, do you have toilet paper? Do you have water? Do you have supplies? Because if you sharing fucking memes and you could be getting all your shit to be prepared, you the motherfucker that ain't taking this shit serious. Like, nigga, me personally, the main reason I'm not scared is because I'm prepared. Like, nigga, I got a water filter in my house, nigga. I know how to boil water. I got a bunch of shit in my house that's gonna keep me safe. You know, if shit hit the fan and all this stupid ass shit happen, nigga, I'm exercising my Second Amendment right. Nigga, I'm going to the motherfucking store tomorrow to exercise my Second Amendment right. Nigga, I advise all my listeners to be exercising your Second Amendment right. You know, I'm not going to say that shit specifically because I don't know who listening and how they going to take it. But if you can legally own a firearm, nigga, you should. Especially at a time like this. Because it's a whole lot of people that look like Donald Trump at them stores buying up all that shit. Not many people that look like you and me. Not a lot of melanated people at those stores. Mm-hmm. And if it comes to the point where, you know, a lot of people's resources are getting scarce and they got to come get your shit, you better off with it than without it. Like, and this is just real shit, my nigga. Again, this is preparation. Yeah, it's cool to have a mountain of toilet paper and 3,000 packs of cup of noodles. But if somebody knock on your door with a fucking AR-15 and all you got is your fucking knuckles, now they got a mountain of toilet paper. Now they got 1,000 motherfucking packs of noodles. And you ain't got shit. You might have a bullet in your ass. And this is the shit that motherfuckers should be taking serious while they talk about, oh, if you not scared looking at the memes, you ain't taking it serious. Shit. Nigga, I'm sharing memes because I got some shit in my house that's going to keep everything in my house safe. So, nigga, to me, I'm taking it serious. I might be cracking jokes because I feel like, nigga, I'd rather die with a smile on my face than die with tears in my eyes. You know, and it's just real fucking shit. But, nigga, this is the time that I'm sitting here marinating on this shit. Like, you got time to really sit down and think. For the people who don't have the quote-unquote essential jobs, even the people that do have essential jobs, if you got an essential job and you feel like your job is slave driving you right now, this is the time to really start reflecting. Like, nigga, do I really need to be working here? Do I really need to be in this industry? Do I really need to be working for this particular company? Are these the only niggas that I could possibly work for and make this money? Is there something else I could be doing to supplement what the fuck I'm doing right now? Like, I really don't need to be fucking with these niggas. Like, this is the shit motherfuckers need to be thinking about when you got this quarantine time. You know, because you're not going to be able to go to Magic Mountain and all the bullshit you would usually be doing with your time. So now you should be using your time to be doing constructive things. You should be thinking constructive thoughts. And I'm not saying to completely delete Netflix off your motherfucking, your computer and shit. Nigga, you should take some time to really decompress, watch some bullshit, watch some comedy, watch Chappelle's show, or catch up on and Live in Color or Martin, or, enjoy some time. But like the Bible say, nigga, there's a time for everything. There's a time to eat, nigga. There's a time to not eat, nigga. There's a time to watch TV, nigga. There's a time to watch documentaries. There's a time to read. There's time for you to really enjoy time with your family. But you should be really trying to work in time to do shit that's constructive. It's just like any other motherfucker to go to the pen. Nigga, prison could break you or it could make you. It's a lot of motherfuckers went to prison and came out, got a good job, never went back to prison. Motherfuckers went to prison and they read, like, I hate that I forgot homeboy's name. 50 Cent got that show about him. He was in prison reading the law library and shit.
He became
a lawyer.
Yeah, his own lawyer.
Yeah.
He ain't got out.
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. Like, you can use your prison time to do that shit, or you could use your prison time to play pinochle, get tattoos on your face, play dominoes, fight niggas, gang bang, and do all the stupid shit. Like my homeboy fucking J-Rock. Nigga, that nigga made a business plan while he was in prison. Nigga, Warren Gold Clothing, my nigga. Like, he started that shit from, shit he wrote down when he was in the pen. Like, nigga, you can use, just because you go to prison, my nigga, like, that's not a death sentence. That's really for you to sit down and really start thinking, my nigga. Like, reflect on what the fuck you doing. Like, nigga, prison ain't always to put you into a bullshit situation. Just like this. Yeah, the thought of it is some bullshit. Yeah, I'd rather go to the mall. I'd rather go fuck around and drive my car and bend corners and visit my friends. But if I'm in a situation where I gotta sit down, I gotta chill in the house, nigga, I'm trying to figure out some shit. Like, I'm thinking of a fucking master plan, my nigga. Like another thing that I suggest during this time of having to sit down, do a deep clean. Clean your fucking house. Clean behind your toilets. Clean your tub, nigga. Clean behind the refrigerator, nigga. And not just cleaning your house, nigga. Clean your phone out. Delete some of those contacts and niggas you don't even fuck with no more. Like, nigga got 10,000 contacts and you only talk to 200 people in your phone. You might only talk to 5 people in your phone, nigga, but you got thousands of contacts.
Oh, shit.
Nigga, delete all that bullshit, nigga. You got a bunch of pictures in your phone you don't even look at no more. Delete that shit. Like, just declutter your life in general. Just like how I was talking about the people in your life that don't serve you no purpose. Delete they fucking number out your phone. Like, it's certain niggas you shouldn't be fucking with. Certain bitches you shouldn't be fucking with. Even certain family members you shouldn't be fucking with. Cleanse your fucking body, my nigga. Like, you should take this time to really start trying to figure out healthier habits for yourself. Drink more water. Like, eat vegetables and shit. Stop eating so much fucking red meat. Like, it's just a lot of shit. Like, you ain't even got to be a fucking Muslim to stop eating pork. Nigga, pork is fucking terrible for you. Like, nigga, you should be thinking about shit like this. Like, nigga, what am I doing wrong? Am I eating fucked up foods? Am I killing myself with this shit? Like, fucking YouTube, nigga. My wife been watching these little videos on YouTube, like the little workout shit. Mm-hmm. She be wanting me to do that shit with her. I don't fuck with it. I'm already where I want to be as far as physically. But if she really want me to do that shit, I'll do that shit with her, nigga. Like, you want me to exercise and watch this shit? I exercise and work a sweat out. Only thing is, I'll be working 14-hour days at work, so I'll be tired already and shit. But nigga, this is the shit that you should be doing when you on this quarantine time. Like, if you spending time with your mate and your mate wants you to do something and they passionate about that shit, like, take that shit serious. Like, if your mate is really like, babe, I'm really passionate about this. I really want you to do this with me. You know, do that shit. You know, learn to compromise and shit. Learn to do something with your mate. You know, get closer to the person that you're supposed to be close to. Because, you know, a lot of times, you know, a lot of motherfuckers, you know, they shouting out they homeboys and they team and they squad. When on some real shit, the realest nigga on your squad is always your woman. You know, it's just like a fucking chessboard, nigga. Your favorite piece is always the queen. You know, nigga, you marry your wife. You don't marry your fucking homeboys. You know, the motherfucker you wake up and go to sleep with, nigga, that's your star player on your fucking squad. You know, even if you the motherfucker that's supposed to be motivating your star player, you know, you got to help your mate to be a better mate for you and vice versa. You know, the reason me and my wife work so well is because we complement each other. You know, where she's weak, I'm strong and vice versa. You know, there's some shit I don't like to do. Like, I'm not a detail person. I'm a big picture person. My wife is the opposite. She's a detail person. You know, so we work together like that. And this is the shit that motherfuckers need to really be thinking about when you're looking at the relationship dynamic that you have with your mate. Why the fuck y'all can't get along for 2 weeks? You know, when y'all sitting here for this 2 weeks, you know, y'all get fucking cabin fever where you just like, man, I don't even like looking at this motherfucker. And even when y'all could be madly in love with each other and y'all could get cabin fever. You know, you sitting in a motherfucking room with somebody for too long. Like, you know, nigga, I'm married. I've been married 10 years. Going on 12 years. Really, I've been married 11. But I just say 10 because it's a placeholder. But, you know, I've been married 11 and a half motherfucking years. Like, nigga, there's times me and my wife be like, nigga, I'm going to go in here. You go in there. And that's cool, my nigga. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody like to have a personal space. Everybody need me time. But, nigga, when you in this little 2 week situation, if that me time is 50-50, nigga, y'all might have a problem. You know, because even though me and my wife, we don't have, like, long 3-hour conversations all the time where we both talking. Sometimes I'm doing all the talking. Sometimes she doing all the talking. But it works for us. And a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but in this time, you gonna have to figure out what works for you and your mate. What works for you and your kids. What works for your kids in their relationship with each other. What helps them get along. What makes them beef with each other. What makes you and your kids beef with each other. You know, because motherfuckers have issues with their kids. Motherfuckers don't want to talk about it because you feel immature. You know, feeling like you got a beef with your child. But, you know, there's shit your kids do that you don't like. And vice versa and shit. Like, you know, this is the time to really work on that shit. Like, I need to get closer with my son. Or I need to get closer with my daughter. Like, you know, they gonna be home now. Nigga, you ain't got no fucking choice but to spend time with their ass. Now you can realize, the teacher wasn't full of shit when he told you your son was a bad little motherfucker. Now you get to realize, yeah, this little nigga is bad as a god damn. This nigga is bad as a motherfucker. Like, nigga, you really get to see the type of kids you really got. Because now, nigga, you know, some of us like me, nigga, my kids might be off for the next 2 months. Nigga, they talk about keeping my kids out of school till damn near May or like May 2nd or some crazy shit like that. Like, nigga, I'm finna have my kids for a smooth minute. So we finna get real motherfucking tight, nigga. Like,
yeah.
Nigga, me and my son finna be the motherfucking Grand Theft Auto champions, my nigga. Like, we finna get a whole lot of quality time, nigga. Me and my daughter finna be just, nigga, I'm gonna fuck around, learn Spanish, ballet, and some more shit fucking with my daughter. Like, but if you stuck in the house with your family, nigga, whoever you stuck in the house with, my nigga, right. You know, tighten up those relationships that are supposed to be tight. Sever ties with the motherfuckers that you don't need to be fucking with. You know, and learn some shit. You know, just in general. Like, you know, a lot of motherfuckers go to prison and they learn how to fight fires. Or, you know, certain prisons, they take you to fire camp. You learn how to fight fires. Some niggas learn how to draw or do tattoos. You know, when you in prison, a lot of niggas in prison, they got a lot of hustles. You know, some niggas braid hair. Some niggas do tattoos. Some niggas draw on envelopes and do arts and crafts and mugs and all type of shit. When you sitting here in this quarantine, a lot of people have been getting wake up calls on how important they hustle is. You know, a lot of niggas realize, damn, when shit fall apart, this hustle that I thought I had, it's not as lucrative when shit's fucked up. And a lot of people are tailoring they hustle to the times. You know, like I said on Cat vs. Dog, like if you a stripper, motherfuckers can't come to the strip club and throw money on your ass no more. So get you a little Patreon or OnlyFans account and strip online. Get you a premium Snapchat. You know, you could keep on hustling as long as you know how to tailor your hustle to the situation. You know, like become an infopreneur. You know, like plumbers and shit. Like you got a skill. You a handyman. Nigga, you could probably charge motherfuckers for you to teach them how to do something. Like say somebody's sink broke and they got your number. Hey, plumber man, my sink fucked up. Okay, what is it doing? Video chat me, Skype me, FaceTime me. I'm gonna show you how to change that pipe just over this motherfucking phone connection. Cash at me $50. I'll show you how to do the shit. Like, nigga, there's ways of hustling in these fucked up times. You know, like I said on my last episode, nigga, fortunes be made in tumultuous times. You know, if you the type of person that know how to figure out shit, you can figure out solutions to a lot of people's problems, you can become very wealthy. You know, like when shit is fucked up, you can be very wealthy. Like, nigga, if you know how to adapt to situations, nigga, you will do very well. But you got to keep that mindset. And the number one enemy of that mindset is panic. You know, if you let this news and all of this shit knock you off your square, you can't think solutions. You only thinking problems because they only gonna report problems. All they gonna report is death, people dying. Oh shit, they shutting shit down. Oh shit, nigga, you gonna be locked in your house. Oh damn, it's tanks on the street and all that shit. And it's like, nigga, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. So you just gotta keep your mind focused on how you gonna do better out of all this shit. You know, nigga, like, you just got a plan. Like, you sitting here with your woman, nigga, y'all stuck for 2 weeks. Come up with a fucking business plan. Come up with a 5-year plan. Bad, where we gonna be in 5 years? What do we plan on doing for the next year? What vacations you want to go on when we come out of this shit? What should we do with our savings account? Is there any bills that we got that we don't need? Is there something that we should be paying off? Is there something we should be doing that we not doing? What are we doing wrong? What do we do well? What are our strengths? You know, how much money do we make? Like, you know, create a budget. You know, like Dave Ramsey, do a budget binder. Look at what you bringing in and then look at the bills that you kicking out. What can we get rid of so we can have more money at the end of the month? You know, like, even if it's just you by yourself, nigga. Okay, I make this much money. Why the fuck am I broke at the end of every week? Oh yeah, I buy Jordans every time the motherfucking J's come out, nigga. That's $220 I could be saving every week. Damn, nigga, I really do smoke a gang of weed. Maybe I should just smoke one blunt, nigga. Maybe I shouldn't. You know what? Every time I fuck with Jermaine, I buy the weed. He don't never put in on the weed. I ain't fucking with Jermaine no more. That nigga be smoking all my weed. Like, you could literally save money by not fucking with certain friends. Like, damn, every time I'm with this nigga, I buy the bottle. This nigga don't never buy the bottle. I gotta stop fucking with this nigga. If this nigga can't put half on the bottle, nigga, he can't drink no more. Like, nigga, it's a lot of shit that you should be evaluating in a time like this. Like, nigga, it's shit you doing that you doing wrong, and you should really think about it. Like, yeah, nigga, this friendship has run its course. This relationship has run its course. You know, is this bitch, is she an asset or a liability? You know, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, is this nigga a bill? Like, nigga, like, you gotta look at that shit. Lightning, thunder, nigga, bombs, death and destruction, nigga, goddamn. But yeah, nigga, like, you gotta look at all this shit. You know, come up with a 10-year plan. Like, where do I want to be in 10 years? You know, and me personally, like, I like to look at shit in the future and in the past. Like, I like to look at 10 years ago. Where was I at 10 years ago? What was I doing in 2010? You know, was I up higher than I am now? Was I happier than I am now? Was I in a better position than I am now? Where did I fuck up at to put me right here, right now? You know, where was I at 5 years ago? Was I doing better 5 years ago? Where did I fuck up at? You know, what can I do better to make the next 5 years good? What can I do to make the next 10 years good? Like, you know, what am I doing in my business life? What am I doing in my career? Do I have upward mobility at my job? Can I get promoted? Is this a dead-end job? You know, because a lot of niggas is in dead-end ass jobs. Like, you love your job and shit, but you like, damn, I've been making this same amount of money for the last 5 fucking years. Like, I ain't a supervisor. I ain't even a junior supervisor. Nigga, I've been doing this same shit. This ain't even no good job. This some bullshit. Like, nigga, you could benefit from this motherfucking reset, my nigga. Like, you should come out of this better than you went into it. And that's with any fucking thing. Like, nigga, you should be looking at what you really passionate about. Like, what am I doing as far as my passion? You know, and shout out to all you 40-year-old rappers. Like, three times. Nigga, work on your mixtape. Nigga, write some better raps or something. Get in touch with some fucking producers or some shit. Or just do some other shit. Period. You know what? Maybe rapping ain't for me. Write some poems, nigga. Be a deaf poet. You know, nigga, do some haikus or some shit. But, you know, it's just some shit that ain't for you, my nigga. Like, it's just like, nigga, when I turned 27, nigga, I realized, you know what? I'm not going to the NBA. So when you 40-something years old, you should realize, you know what? Maybe this mixtape shit ain't gonna work for me. Like, nigga, you got a son in high school that's a better rapper than you. Maybe you should stop. You know? Everything ain't for everybody, my nigga. You should figure out what your passion is, my nigga. Maybe you a better violin player or some shit. Learn how to play drums, nigga. Like, you know, pick up a skill. Like, learn some shit. Like, you could literally learn anything on YouTube, my nigga. Like, I designed this logo behind me because I learned how to do graphic design just on YouTube, my nigga. Like, I had time to sit down. I lost my job. My CDL was suspended. So I literally was hampered. Nigga, I was injured. My nigga, I was on IR. I had to chill. So I spent that time to learn a skill. You know, like, just like with me learning that I was good at this podcast and shit. Like, nigga, I realized what my talents were in my life. Like, you know what? I'm good at this. Maybe I should figure out a way that I could get paid for doing this shit.
Yes.
Cause, yeah, nigga, you might think you a good rapper. Your girl might lie to you and tell you a good rapper. But, nigga, you not that good. And there's nothing wrong with that shit. Like, you know, I'm not a good rapper either, my nigga. Like, but I play to my strengths. And you should learn what your strengths are. And you should play to those. Like, figure out what you really do well. And go for that shit. You know, like, nigga, maybe being a DJ ain't for you, my nigga. Maybe you good at karate or some shit. Nigga, go be a karate teacher or some shit. Go get you some kung fu slippers, nigga, in one of them robes, and teach niggas how to body slam people or some shit. But it's like, it's a bunch of shit that you could be doing, my nigga, and you should really look into that. You know, like I talked about starting a YouTube page. You know, like if you have a skill at something and you do it very well, nigga, you could go on, you can go on YouTube and you could literally do tutorials. You'd be surprised what people would tune in for you to teach them how to do. Like, nigga, I lock my keys in my car, my nigga. Like, I went to a video on how to get the keys out of an S430 Mercedes. Nigga, that shit had like 1 million views. And it's like, damn. You know, on YouTube, you hit 1 million views, nigga, you can get a couple of racks off that shit. Nigga, so this nigga done probably made $3,000 teaching niggas how to get their keys out their car. Like, it's a lot of shit that you can do that you might feel is simple, that you can teach niggas how to do on YouTube or even on Patreon. Like, there's a lot of platforms that you can use to become a successful infopreneur, which means you get paid to teach people shit. You know, like, I feel like me doing this podcast is my form of being an infopreneur. Like, I'm selling you niggas this game. Like, yeah, it's free to listen to this podcast, but the aim of this is to eventually get ad revenue so I could get paid to do this shit. You know, I'm doing the slow grind because, like I had talked about with CJ before we did Cat versus Dog, me giving the advice of you getting a situation where you become an infopreneur. You're not going to make money day one. You know, a lot of this shit, this ain't no quick fix. Like, I'm not giving you niggas information that's going to make you rich while you sitting in your house on quarantine. This is me giving you the information to use the time that you have in your quarantine to make yourself better. So when they let you out your house, nigga, you come into this motherfucking world ready to win as opposed to keep on motherfucking losing. Because, you know, it could go one or two ways, nigga, just like with prison. You can go into prison and you can come out worse than you was when you went in, or you can go into prison and come out better than you were when you went in. And the choice is yours, you know, especially now, because you going into your house. You got access to the internet. You got all these tools and information and your phone work, and you got access to a bunch of people, nigga. You should be using this time constructively, you know. And again, yeah, you can use some of your time just to bullshit around, have fun, and enjoy your day, get some rest, get some sleep. Because that's another big thing you should be doing. A lot of us don't get enough sleep. So sleep. You ain't got shit to do, nigga. You ain't gotta be at work. Take your dumb ass to sleep. Lay the fuck down. Sleep in and shit. But, nigga, when you wake up and you got all this rest, my nigga, when you rested, that should clear your mind. So now that you wake up with the mental clarity, you well rested, nigga, you done had you a nice little breakfast, you know, some oatmeal and shit. You know, now it's time to put your nose to the grindstone, nigga. Like, you should be mindful of how you spend your time. Like, okay, I got my rest. You know, wake up, maybe do 20 push-ups or some shit. Get you some exercise. Then go eat. Then go meditate. Then watch something educational. You know, after you watch something educational, then go watch some funny shit. You know, watch some Patrice O'Neal YouTube or some, you know, some Chris Rock or some Dave Chappelle or, you know, even some Kevin Hart, even though he ain't funny.
I mean, you basically treat it like an average work day.
Yeah.
Wake up, get, you know, eat or get dressed, eat, go do some mental exercises, go watch a video, lunch. You know, it's you make the best out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, nigga, it's gonna make the day go by faster.
Yeah.
You know, when you got some shit to do, nigga, when you got a goal to accomplish, it just makes your day go by faster and smoother. Like, so it's not literally like a prison sentence, my nigga. Like, you know, wake up, nigga, brush your teeth, wash your face, you know, wash your hands, go shower, wash your ass, you know, then go watch an episode of the Too Much Game podcast, nigga, and then get your fucking day started, my nigga. Start your day with some game. You know, this shit is on YouTube. It's on all streaming platforms, always available. Nigga, I got, what's this, episode 48? Shit, nigga, if you at home, nigga, every day you could watch a different episode every day, nigga. And I got plenty of game for you, nigga. It's always different every episode. So check this motherfucking shit out, nigga. Check out all the Townhouse Media podcasts, nigga. We got a bunch of shit for you to enjoy, my nigga. Watch Cat versus Dog podcast, Seriously None of the podcast, nigga. We got all that shit. You know, but just don't spend your whole day bullshitting. Matter of fact, you can listen to these podcasts while you working out, while you cooking, while you cleaning up. Just keep the Townhouse Media podcast going on in the background as you doing constructive shit. You know, nigga, you being entertained while you're doing something constructive. Clean your fucking garage out, nigga. Like, it's all types of shit you could be doing at this time to make your day go by faster. You know, other than just sitting on your ass and sulking and, oh, this is so fucked up. And going on fucking Instagram and looking at the new doom and gloom and shit. Because a lot of times, you know, it's bullshit on there. You know, and you just filling your mind with stupid ass bullshit. Like, you shouldn't be spending your time giving no energy to no dumb shit. Like, nigga, if you sitting there on social media and you feel bad after you get done with that shit, stop doing that shit. You know, like me personally, nigga, I've got rid of social media multiple times. Like, deleted it all and got off that shit. Because if social media is not serving you no purpose of positivity, just get off it. And that's anything. If you in a relationship with a person that's not serving you, get rid of that motherfucking ass. Like, nigga, you got a whole little cool amount of time for you to sit at home and really reflect on what's important to you, my nigga. You know, I'm just telling y'all, like, while you got this time, you can do the time or you can let the time do you. And I'm going to drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Yung Dolemite of the Too Much Game podcast. Sitting here with the super producer, Ben Ready.
Yes, sir.
If you would like to support us financially, it's patreon.com/Townhouse Media, House Media. Support all the Townhouse Media podcasts. Seriously Not Another Podcast, Friday nights, 9 p.m. No Rules podcast, Wednesday evenings, 5 p.m. Hump Days and Never Be the Same. Talk Flirty Tuesdays, the Talk Flirty podcast, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. The Cat vs. Dog podcast, Sundays at 3 p.m. And, of course, the Too Much Game podcast. If you hear, you already know when. 5 p.m. live, Sundays. Catch me on YouTube, the Too Much Game podcast. Follow me on social media at YUNGDOLEMITE _ on Instagram, at Yung Dolemite on Twitter. I don't know, motherfucker. Y'all know where to find me, nigga. Y'all been listening to this goddamn show. You got anything, B? Any closing words?
Coffee filters can be used as tissue.
Yeah, you run out of toilet paper, nigga. Wipe your ass, man.
Yes, and don't leave room for air.
Yeah, take a shower after you take a shit, man. You know, do all the things. You know, if you prepared, you ain't got to be scared.
There you go.
Yeah, man, and jack off, flick the bean, play with yourself, and I think that's it. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too much game.